Hello, this is Anthony for the Gazelle Lab again, bringing you another Android phone battle. Today we have the HTC Desire, it's the unlocked model, against the Samsung Captivate, which is a Galaxy S, the Galaxy X version for at&t, the i897 actually. So let's get into the review right away. We'll start looking at the hardware. So just by looking at the hardware, we can see the Captivate is a lot taller. It's a little bit taller, actually. It's not a lot taller, but and a little bit wider, but it is somewhat thinner than the Desire. But for some reason, it does feel very cheap at only 118 grams compared to the Desire's 135 grams. So the Desire is 119 by 60 by 12, 11.9, and the Captivate is 122 by 64, so it's a little bit wider. And like I said, it's only 9.9 millimeters thin. So it's got a nice thin profile, but it does feel somewhat cheap. The back is this carbon fiber look back cover, which you remove like this and it'll pop off, and the SIM card's back there and everything. So this part's solid right here, but this part just feels a little cheap it's just really light. Personally I prefer just a solid, more solid feeling device. So now let's get into the screen real quick. Alright, so for the rest of the hardware buttons, like there's 4 over here plus an optical, and then on the Captivate you just get 4, and they're a little bit hard to touch. They're touch sensitive, which is cool, but they're very you gotta be like kind of gentle with them. So, and on top you have the 3.5 on both, but over here you get the micro USB, and over here it's on the bottom. And the power unlock is on the side over here, and for the Desire it's on top. And both of these sides have the volume rockers. So let's get back into the screen dimensions. So we'll start with the home screen. So this is an AMOLED on the Desire at 480 by 800. It's 3.7 inches this way. I think the Captivate has a fantastic screen. It's a super AMOLED. 480 by 800 at 4 inches, and personally I think Samsung produces the best LCD for phones. The Super AMOLEDs are amazing. They're really easy to read in the sunlight. They look good. So that's probably one thing that the Captivate has on the Desire. In terms of UI, the HTC is using Sense, and the Captivate is using TouchWiz. And I'm just not, this is all personal preference again, I'm just not a fan of TouchWiz. It's not as intuitive as Sense, I think. I think Sense is still the best Android platform. The best platform for any Android is still Sense for me. Like for here, the menus go sideways on TouchWiz, and it's just one big menu going down. You still get your 7 home screens over here, and over here you get 7 as well, but the widgets aren't as nice, I think, for Samsung compared to HTC's widgets. Both have nice responsive touchscreens. So in terms of some other features, like I said, they both have the 3.5 millimeter jack on top. In terms of memory, the Desire has 576 of internal, 512 ROM, while the Captivate does give you 16 gigabytes of storage with 512 ROM, which is really nice. And you can also do micro SD slots on both of these. And they both there's no 3G support, well, US 3G support for the Desire in this model. And the Captivate's, like I said, it's on at&t, so you'll get HSDPA 850 as well as 1900 and 2100. We can get into the camera real quick. So they both have 5 megapixel cameras, like I said. There's no flash on this version of the Galaxy S. I think the Fascinate for Verizon and the Epic 4G on Sprint have them, and T-Mobile and at&t don't have them. So they're both 5 megapixels. Let's just take a quick picture of something. I got some keys right here we can just take a picture of. So I think Samsung also does produce great cameras. Put that right there. So you can tap where to focus in. That's it. Let me go back. So I'll get that up in a second, and then let me just take it with the Desire. So you can just hold the trackball until it autofocuses. Snap it. That's a nice picture as well. So there's one for the Desire. Let me just find the one on here. It's in the gallery. So these are the two pictures side by side. The picture quality is actually probably almost the same. It's just that the Super AMOLED makes it look like the picture is much clearer on the Captivate. So I'm assuming once you put them on the computer, the quality would be relatively similar. But still, you can see the quality of the screen on that on the Captivate is fantastic. So let's get back to the review here. So like I said, other features that round out the device, they both have, this is running Android 2.2 right now. This is still on, the Captivate's still on 2.1. Both have GPS, Wi-Fi, DivX support on the Captivate. They both support Flash. And then pretty much all the standard Android features. So I think both are great. The Desire is still it's my personal phone, my personal choice. I think HTC has still has the best hardware and the best user interface on Android. But the Captivate is a great device. If you need 3G and you're in the US, the Desire is a struggle to use because there's no US 3G. But for worldwide, the Desire is probably still the top phone. Now with the Desire HD that was just announced, I'm sure this thing is going to be in second place again, and I should have a review on that right when I get my hands on it. So for this battle, I'm going to have to go with the Desire as the overall winner, but I think the Galaxy S Line and the Captivate is still a great device. Thanks for joining me on the Gazelle Lab. Bye.